For my Bible project, I chose the story of the babysitter in denial. The purpose of this project was to compare the story from three different perspectives. These perspectives consisted of watching the VeggieTales version of the story and reading both the New International Version and the Message version of this story in the Bible. This story in the Bible was about Pharaoh making the decision for all baby boys born that are Hebrew to be killed immediately. He made this decision because he felt that the Israelites were overpowering the Egyptians, so he wanted to cut the Israelites' population in half. The story begins with a woman giving birth to a beautiful baby boy. Because he was so healthy and she loved him very much, she decided to go against Pharaoh's guards and hide him. She hid him for 3 months. The VeggieTales video overall did not leave out many things, only small things. I think that this was because it was such a short video. The things that it left out consisted of the part when God blessed the midwives, because they were so respectful to him and honored all of his wishes by not killing the baby boys that were born. To bless them, he gave them families of their own and continued to increase Israel's population. Another part that the video left out was when Pharaoh gave the instructions to the midwives to kill every baby boy that is born. And finally, the video also left out the reason that Pharaoh's daughter was at the river Nile, which was to bathe, and that was when she found Moses. The video did not add many things. Instead, it stayed very true to the original story written in the Bible. The only things that it added were Moses' older sister's attitude towards him. In the video, Moses' sister, Miriam, did not want to look after him because she felt neglected, not being the youngest in the family anymore. But the story in the Bible does not mention anything about Moses' older sister having this attitude towards him. Another thing that the video added was the guards getting scared by Moses' older sister. This happens while Miriam is looking after Moses. The guards almost catch her looking after her baby brother, but she scares them away with a diaper. And finally, the last thing that the video left out was Moses' brother getting taken away by guards. In the video, Aaron, Moses' brother, stands in the way of the princess when she is getting driven down the street, so he is sent away to work in the brickyards. What was good or bad about what they left out or added, or did it matter? I did not think that it mattered about what they left out or added in the video because they still got the point of the story across. I understood the story just as good as I did when I read it in the Bible. And there were only small differences, so overall it did not matter and the same story was told. How were the two Bible translations different? The two Bible translations were altogether very similar. There were not many differences, and even so they were very slight. The differences included Pharaoh's instructions to the midwives regarding the river Nile. In the Message translation, the Pharaoh told the midwives that if a baby boy is born, to drown them in the river Nile. But in the New International Version, the Pharaoh tells the midwives to drown the baby boys born in the river Nile. Another difference is that in the NIV version, when God blesses the midwives for fearing and obeying him, it just says that he dealt with him. But in the Message version of the story, it reads that God gave them houses and families of their own. What have I learned from doing this project? I've learned many things from doing this project, including more about VeggieTales and that the Bible can be told in many different ways and that there's many different ways to learn about the Bible. I also learned that there are many different translations of the Bible out there and at times they can be quite different. And most importantly, I learned more about the Bible story of Moses. Thank you for listening to my presentation.